What is going on, everyone? It's your guy Cole Jackson back here on Road Graders. Welcome in to another Victory Monday. If you're fired up, if you're ready for the Kansas City Chiefs, hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new here. And as always, I want to hear from you guys on the topic of the video. And today we are going to be talking about Ronnie Stanley and his performance. Just wow. I'm almost speechless with how well he played. We've covered this topic for the last, well, let's just call it 18 weeks, right? Like, we've been talking about Ronnie consistently, doing check-ins, seeing how he's doing. One thing that really stood out to me right away is he didn't have a brace on. You can see it in the thumbnail that's on your screen right now. There is no brace on that knee. So we're going to kind of go through some of his past plays because he looks like a completely different player. I did a little video on Friday kind of talking about why I thought this was a good matchup for him, just with the type of speed rushers that the Houston Texans had. So we'll talk about that a little bit throughout this too. Like I said, please hit that like button. Goes a long way in supporting the channel. I appreciate all y'all. So let's get into the film. So we're going to start here. Now, just preface this is a play action play. He gets help from Simpson at the end, so I'm not trying to glorify a play action play where he's quick setting, but I really wanted to take a look at the way he bends here. So you can see right off the start, he's down to 3-point, nice and low, and then he gets out on Barnett, and just his ability to anchor here was like, when I was watching, I was like, okay, this looks like a different player. So right here, he gets out. There's that quickness that made him who he is, right? Just out there so fast. He's going to make contact. He's going to move forward. And then right here, as Barnett spins, he's trying to spin back inside and create a leverage point. And this is something that, whether it was a secondary move, whether it was a long arm or a spin, those types of things Ronnie struggled with because he would struggle to re-engage his hips. But you can see right here, as he comes back in, he absorbs the contact here, and he's sticking his feet right there. And that butt right there, that's the money maker. The money maker with the money maker. Look at how low he is in his stance. That was really just what kind of differentiated this game for me. Sorry, I'm just opening my screen brush so I can show you guys a little bit better. There we go. Okay, cool. You'll get into another play here, and this is against Miaje Sanders, but this was just prime Ronnie Stanley. Look at him in this vertical set. Moving. And again, he's going to get that outside hand. He's going to work two hands independently. He's going to use this first hand just to engage. It's going to come into that outside arm, and then he's going to work that punch right there and then push him back, and just fluid movement. This was just, I don't know, this is just prime Ronnie Stanley moving, using his hands, feet, working in sync, creating space for himself. Get into another one here, and again, look at him just kind of jump into this jump into this stunt. So he reads it right away. What the Texans do here is really creative. So they have 3 down linemen on the left side of the line. So they're going to use the one tech to cross Linderbaum's face, and that creates a 2v2 here. And they're bringing this DB, which grabs Justice Hill's attention. So essentially they occupy everybody and have to force Simpson and Stanley to work a stunt. Stanley reads it perfectly. As soon as he sees the looper come, he gets back inside, and he gets that post step inside. You can see right here. And what he does once he overtakes is he makes sure that inside foot is ahead of his back foot. So really working on that horizontal plane. Now, unfortunately, John Simpson misses it, and that's the looper here that just absolutely hammers Lamar on this throw. But Ronnie getting in here, and again, look how low that butt is, occupying that man, and he's getting driven a little bit here, but as an overtake block, he's able to get low enough to be able to take on that contact. Simpson comes off, Lamar's protected there, but Simpson misses it. So just, again, showing that fluidity, showing that ability to drop his hips, all those things that he struggled with, we're seeing him do well in this game. It's something. Get into another snap here, and again, prime. I'm talking prime. This is against Will Anderson Jr., going into a vertical set. There's no chip. It's a 5-man. Well, he'll stay in. It's a 6-man protection, but it's from empty, or not from empty. Sorry, from no tight end. So from a naked alignment. So he's out there, patient with his hands, working that vertical set. As soon as Anderson makes contact, he's going to lean forward, little Archie on his back, but he straightens that back out almost perfectly. So he's going to lean forward, and then what I want you guys to see is these shoulders come back, and it creates that back arch that we always talk about right there. And as he sticks his feet, there's that butt drop. That's the missing piece right there. That is what he had not been able to do. He's got him completely in the clamps. He drops his anchor. Ready? Drops his anchor. Just, I don't want to focus too much on Ronnie Stanley's behind, but, we're seeing it right here and some of the great things that come when he's able to engage it. Now, just to kind of show you guys a little bit more on the offensive line play, they're going to actually do a 4-man slide against Ronnie, showing how much they're trusting him. And what essentially happens here is they're going to work a stunt with their 2 inside guys. So he's going to come down and set a pick on Zeitler. That's going to come around. And because they're in a 4-man slide, it gets consumed. Simpson comes off the slide way too early to block nobody. Nobody picks this man up. And then that's who ends up in Lamar's lap as he's trying to get that ball out. John Simpson struggled in this one. Get into another couple here. Again, just out there moving. Again, taking on. That's a pretty big runway for Derek Barnett to work. There's that back drop, and he pushes him out the back of the pocket. Just, again, that ability to move, get out there, boom, not get run through, push him out. Unfortunately, a drop there. Same thing here. Just, again, look at him get out there quick. That's a wide alignment. He's got a 4-tech right on over his head, and he's going to basically take that on a 45-degree set and just push him out the back of the pocket. So just showing multiple ways to win. And then I wanted to show a couple of his run blocks because they were so impressive. This is going to be the 4th down. And keep in mind, Ronnie had that run play where Lamar yelled at him and lost it. And Ronnie just got caught chasing. I should have thrown the play in. I don't know why I didn't. He just got caught chasing, and he ends up running backwards, and that's a no-no. Never once should you be running backwards against the ball carrier. So absolutely bad play by Ronnie Stanley, no doubt about it. He makes up for it here later on this. Look at this. Out in space. And the reason I wanted to show these is because this is just the athletic upside of Ronnie. This was what he was known for, an athletic freak. And there he is on 4th down, getting out and making a play. And then he does it here again later. And I love this play because it's essentially the same play, but he hesitates on his guy, and he sucks 30 into his keys. I'm wondering if he pulls earlier, does he read that and go out a little bit wider and maybe cause that contact point here, and it creates less space, but he sucks 30 inside, and as he gets outside, Ronnie just has to block the edge player. And as you can see here, Lamar Jackson has left the building, had to hold it on the All-22 here. Just hilarious. And you can see, for those of you that saw the championship belt, that's it right there. So I don't think he held it up here. I think it was after the game, but I'm assuming he probably saw the belt there being held up. So, I mean, clear as day, this was Ronnie Stanley's best game of the year. This might be Ronnie Stanley's best game since the original injury. I would go that far. This Houston Texans pass rush wasn't a bunch of nobodies. It was solid players. Jonathan Greenard, Will Anderson Jr., Derek Barnett, who's been playing extremely well for the Texans. Those aren't just a bunch of nobodies. They are young players, sure. In their, some of them in their first playoff game, right? But good players nonetheless. So super impressive here for Ronnie Stanley. So much to build on. If you guys are fired up, hit that like button. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Drop a comment down below. And I'm going to ask you guys the question I want to hear from. Does he have your trust now? Are you still going to be a little cringy on those dropbacks? Or does he have your trust? Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Peace out, everyone.